your life can massively change today, in the next second, in the next moment, with just a simple mindset shift, paradigm shift of just believing yourself. And so what I want to say is, I kind of went off on a tangent, but here's 3 ways that you can do that. Eliminate anything in your environment right now that does not align with who you envision your future self to be. So for example, I did this with random knickknacks and random things that were in my drawers and random things that were in my closet, random things that were in my kitchen, random things that were in my car, just things that were like outdated, old, like, I don't know, just faded, lotions and things that I just hadn't touched for whatever reason. I just maybe, the smell, I didn't really like the smell, but I just kept it in there. You have to literally eliminate, like clear out your environment. If it doesn't match who you envision yourself to be, then it doesn't need to be around you. Like if you have a lot of clutter in your environment, even like old food or old things, like old processed food boxes of like snacks and things like that, that like you kind of just always end up eating out and you just don't end up touching that stuff, that is going to just get rid of it. Just start over. Just get rid of it. If you really are craving it again, then buy it. But anything, if you're like, I really want to be a healthy, fit, like 30, 40, 50-year-old. Well, if you have junk in your cupboard, get rid of it right now. Get rid of it today. If you're talking on the phone with your friends, family, coworkers, multitask. Like, go in there and just throw out at least 3 things that just do not align with who you are. I remember feeling so good. I had like some random like canned beans, like just stuff that I just was like, why am I holding on to this? This is so random and weird that I'm holding on to this. There would be like graham cracker boxes that were just super old, maybe had 3 left that were just sitting in there for super long. Like, clear out your environment that doesn't, like, you need to be able to look, especially because we're home a lot. For some of us that maybe work from home or you're home a lot, when you look around your environment, you're constantly pinging what your reality is going to reinforce that you don't really like anymore. If you just, anything that's like doesn't make you feel expansive when you look at it in your environment, it could be it could be a pencil, it could be a broken, chipped pen or pencil that just doesn't work anymore, but it's still sitting in a drawer. I know this sounds really wild, but some of you are going to understand what I'm saying when you actually do it. I did a massive purging, and when I tell you that the opportunities that came in from mindset, ideas, business creativity that started to flow in because my environment wasn't cluttery. So it was like, it doesn't matter what you believe in, but whether it's spiritual, for me, I'm very, very spiritual. So I felt like my mind wasn't being sucked in and a lot of life force energy wasn't being put into things that didn't matter. So God was able to like start to pour in things that will help me feel fulfilled and help me on my mission, and impacting lives, right? And if you're not really spiritual, it's like, it's just practical. It's like, if you clean out your environment, you're not having to like step over clutter, do this in the drawer all the time, taking 5 minutes to look for something where you should have been able to find it in 5 seconds. All those 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 7 minutes ends up being like an hour and a half, where that could have been poured into a project and starting your own business. Maybe you want to start like meditating or being more spiritual. That could have been your spiritual time, but it's like you're all over the place. So reduce your stress, reduce your anxiety with that. Number 2, I can go on and on forever, but number 2 is be realistic with what your health goals versus what you know you're going to actually do. So for the next month, you don't have to be like the Instagram girl that is perfect, wakes up at 6 a.m. every day, she meditates, she drinks her green juice, she for some reason always has these amazing cute outfits, her hair is kempt and nice, she looks like she has like a little bit of makeup on, she has this perfect body, and then she goes throughout her next, all the moments of her day, and they're just, every single meal is just so perfectly prepped and organized and colorful. And then she writes in her journal, and then she goes, she's a businesswoman, so then that's not reality. Like, people are curating really, really dope content to maybe encourage or motivate you, but if you know that lifestyle or like seeing that is gonna discourage you, be realistic with yourself. So if you know that you're not going to work, you can't go from 0 to working out 6 days a week. You can't go from 0 to literally cutting out every single thing in your cabinet, sugar, Now, some people know their personality, that would probably be a better route for them, but if that's not you, that's okay. So just start with removing a few things, maybe having a smaller meal one time. If you have, if you eat 3 or 4 times a day, maybe one of those meals is a lighter meal than usual. Maybe don't eat right when you wake up. At least eat 30 minutes after you wake up instead of eating right when you open up your eyes. Like, I don't eat for like 4 hours. Like, I just run off of natural energy. It's almost like if I were to eat, it would slow me down. So I've like tapped into using like my normal body life force energy that's there. I feel more clear, more acute, more like just more concentrated and focused. So food will actually bog you down and make you heavy. But if you're like, I can't do that, I can't do the 4 hours, well, maybe just wait 15 minutes extra than you usually do. Maybe go on a couple more walks than you usually do. Maybe if you do one day a month at the gym, maybe do 3 days a month at the gym. Like, just ease it in. Let your consciousness, your nervous system, your mindset slowly expand to this new person. That way you really are truly embodied. That's why I call my page Embodypursuit, because we are in pursuit. Like, and when I say pursuit, it's like pursuit is serious. Pursuit is like, I have a mission in this life, and then you want to embody that. You don't want to just do it for a little bit and then fall off and then gain more weight, be more stressed, hormones out of whack, and then you're like further down the hole, and you really don't trust yourself now. Just do the slow embodiment of expansion, and then you'll look like, there's some things like, if I were to, sometimes I tell people like my rituals, and they're like, how do you do all that? And I'm like, to me, I'm like, oh, like, what do you mean all of that? Like, it's just part of like, I'm usually multitasking doing a lot of my rituals. So I don't even think about it. But it took me a while to get to some of these like really healthy rituals that may take some other people longer, but it's like time collapses or something. So it took me a while to get there from my 20s to now being 37, 37 years on the planet. And that's part of my journey. So that's why I want to help you. If you're older than me, you could start today. If you're younger than me, you want to start incorporating some of these things now, so then you're even better off than I am as far as like mental stability. You're at a good spot, and you don't have to redo or be on this crazy healing journey heading into your 40s. You could start now. So the last thing that I want to say before I hop off is journaling is amazing. I really think it's an underutilized tool. I know that we have our smartphones, but I really think that actually taking the time to write 5 to 7 to 10 minutes, and it's almost like a nice, beautiful way of like self-love, self-healing, really being able to like it's like your brain is literally telling your fingers to like make these symbols. Like, if you really think about it, that's really amazing. It's almost like art. All of us are artists to some degree. And I just think that because we push so much, we've kind of like lost touch with the therapeutic healing abilities of being able to write. So I really just encourage you to write things down. So last bonus thing, tap in. My hair has literally been growing like weeds. My skin has really been clearing up. My nails have always been pretty strong, but hair, skin, and nails, also the green powders for INNO SUPPS. They have protein powders. They have really, really amazing healthy supplements. If you want to tap in with like, you're not able to eat as healthy as often as you want, that's where supplements come in. So it's actually smart to find a really good supplement that's healthy. It aligns with your morals. Because a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's fake. It's, at the end of the day, it's not 100% from the earth, because it's obviously like in a capsule, but it's better than doing nothing. It's better than getting less nutrients. So definitely tapping in. I learned that. I love that. My hair is literally, it's down all the way down here, guys, like at the bottom of the video, because of hair, skin, and nails, and really making sure to get the correct vitamins and minerals into my body. So tap in. You do get 20% off, which I think is a pretty big percentage. A lot of times it's usually just 10%. So tap in. You do get 20% off if you want to try any of the products. They have like 70 different products. And the code is Embodypursuit, Embodypursuit, EMBODY EBOOKPURSUIT, Embody Pursuit. Tap in, and then also at the end of the day, just make sure you're upping your whole foods. Less processed food, more whole foods. Eating plastic food is not gonna, you're gonna have a plastic life if you continue to eat plastic food and process. I mean, that's just what it is. If you want a very fruitful, natural energy, radiant, vibrant life, you gotta eat from the earth. It's not woo-woo, it's not spiritual, it's just like, that's what we need to do, okay? So tap in, make sure to subscribe, and catch me on the next one. Bye.